Okay, Nana. Now,
Vimbas.
this is not the first time you have said you are going to pay the customers. I've seen quite a number of releases from your outfit in the past, that you were going to pay, you were making arrangements to pay people. And this is yet another release. What gives us or your customers the the comfort or the assurance that indeed this time you are going to pay?
Okay, so to start with, contrary to the how do I even call it?
My earlier claim.
The wrong notion out
Mm-hmm.
there that each time we have said we're making payment, we do not make payments. I can tell you on authority that based on the records that I have seen, that I have perused, we have paid over 5,000 people.
How many customers
Okay,
do you have, first of all?
we have paid. We have no. I can't divulge that information now because I don't have it off head.
Okay.
Okay.
But you
Yes,
have
so
paid
I,
over
I'm unable to
5,000
tell you
people.
because I don't want to miss. Yes, we have paid over 5,000 people. You see the sanity you see in and around town. It is not. It is by virtue of hard work in the background. Yeah. So we have paid people. We decided that we weren't gonna wait till we exhaust all the processes. It was important to manage the situation just so we do not disturb public peace with our this our business impasse.
I have for Vimbas TV so ena movie enra nana apia mensa any se wa me here have a short discussion or Twitter so I just or day some vital information to out according to him was we clear over 5,000 men's gold customers ever since he started putting out communiques he is paying them a few months and years ago or say any time or the communicate to out he actually pays behind the scene. Now, to us also explaining why he is charging 650 Ghana cedis for verification and move our men's gold customers, any Ghanaians at large, no. Now, finally, your state says 650 no, I reconsider, just cancel no after sending my me any penny for be a friend. In fact, all the key information and a two out I was say, Mumenko tie, yeba, to amuso.
Why?
Basically.
Okay. Banana Pia, why 650 Ghana cities? Why not 50 Ghana cities? Why not 100 Ghana cities? Why so much?
Okay, okay. So personally, yeah, I mean those that I have spoken to in private, I have had since yesterday till now. I've had like many phone calls from well-meaning Ghanaian senior citizens, family, and so on. Now, personally, the truth is, I'm not sure where this sets when it comes to communications. Yeah, because I once we make a decision. I think, in as much as it's a collective decision and we have collective responsibility, because the back starts with me as a CEO. I have ultimate responsibility, so I don't have to make this statement, but I would make it regardless. So personally, I do not. I think the 650 is on the high side, but of course, there is a cost element that went into the production of this PVC digital, access cards, right? Apart from even the cards, we built it's a software, it's a technology that was built. I mean, for like it took like over a year, to because it needed to be customized. So it's not like a
Vimbas.
software that you can walk into any IT firm and then buy. So for 1 year and over, we're building this software. It works like the one that I'm sure it works like the one that the NPP used in screening their pink sheets, prior to the election petition, if you guys remember. So the digital infrastructure, this digital engineers, it doesn't come cheap, right? It's expensive. And with respect to the quantum of work that needed to be done, if you're doing thorough scrutiny, then and especially if you want to be fair, you have to be fair because we're talking money matters, right? People's investment, if you like. Then you need to be able to look at every I that is ensure that every I is dotted and every T is crossed. And you cannot do this if you're not going to resort to if you're going to do this with your natural ability, then that will take you forever. And so we thought we needed to use technology, and that's how come we got this AI powered, you know, um, digital infrastructure that we have built, which we have resorted into doing what we have done and will continue to do. We are going to continue doing from 14th April. 14th August to 14th September 2023.
So
So
if you say quickly that and Nanapia, I'm doing this with my co-host called Austin. So Austin has just one question for you before you go. But me too. If you have just said that the 650 to you personally is on the high side, and you say you're going to be coming out with another release, does it mean that you're going to reduce the figure?
so obviously there's going to be a review. Okay, because we've had, just like I said, we've had like calls from like well-meaning Ghanaians and family, I mean, including my mom, and I think what she said to me really got to me. For me, I mean, I talk with everything that we have had to, I personally have had to contend with. We need to treat everything on as business, right? At the end of the day, it's a limited liability company. It's an incorporated body. It's not a non-profit organization, So with everything that we have had to contend with in the past, I have personally, made a lot of concessions. I have influenced, management decisions with respect to, business resolutions that is passed in the boardroom because of where I'm coming from and what I believe in, But well, maybe this everything that has happened from day one to, and I don't begrudge anybody. I mean, but everything that has happened, you're human, so it gets to a point where you go like, well, if then the nail needs to be head on the head, So, but listening to everybody that I have, like just as I said, some real good people that have contacted me that I've spoken with, more especially my mother, like telling me that, listen, you know what, you don't have to let society change who you are. I mean, I know you can do this, and this is nothing. I mean, the things that you have lost, the monies that you have lost, investment, your resources, even your reputation, and all of that, is weightier than, I mean, there's so I should do something about it. And so we had a meeting. I mean, yesterday we sat up until 3 a.m. this morning, and so I'm
You
sure
had a
in a
meeting
couple
with
of
who? With your family or your manager?
with the interim
Okay.
management. There's an interim management in place, so we had a meeting, and so I'm sure the communications directorate are gonna have me sign a document which is gonna come out in no time.
Okay. Okay, Nana. Now,
So
this is not the first time you have said you are going to pay the customers. I've seen quite a number of releases from your outfit in the past, that you are going to pay, you are making arrangements to
Vimbas.
pay people. And this is yet another release. What gives us or your customers the the comfort or the assurance that indeed this time you are going to pay?
okay, so to start with, contrary to the how do I even call it,
My earlier claim.
the wrong notion out
Mm-hmm.
there that each time we have said we're making payment, we do not make payments. I can tell you on authority that based on the records that I have seen, that I have perused, we have paid over 5,000 people.
How many customers
Okay.
do you have, first of all?
We have, no, I can't divulge that information now because I don't have it off head.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yes.
you have
So
paid over
I'm unable to
5,000
tell you
people.
because I don't want to miss. Yes, we have paid over 5,000 people. You see the sanity you see in and around town? It is not, it is by virtue of hard work in the background. Yeah. So we have paid people. We decided that we weren't gonna wait till we exhaust all the processes. It was important to manage the situation just so we do not disturb public peace with our our business impasse. So based on strategy, we decided that every now and then we would dish out, some people would expedite action on work of some transaction that we have reason, beyond any doubt that those transactions are
But
legitimate, and then dish out
but
payment. And we
but
have done
Nana,
that.
have you seen
And
the
we have finished.
statements from the persons who say they are your customers who have formed a coalition, or some group who say that this is yet another scam. People should not fall for it. You've seen their statements. You've heard them speak.
I
Well,
haven't,
okay.
but
So then I'm telling you.
I have been briefed. I
Okay, but
haven't,
you've
but I've
been
been
briefed.
briefed.
Okay, so these are the people that you
Right.
owe, and they are saying that people. it can be that you are going to pay them.
So Sarah, for us, we know we are indebted to people. That's a fact, right? We have made factors. We have made over 5,000 payments. Okay, from the respective press releases that we have put out in the past, saying we're gonna be paying people. Each time we have said we're gonna be paying people, we have paid people, right? Lastly, we are an organization. Okay, we need to institute measures that would get people, that would have us do thorough due diligence, and then if it checks out, we issue payment. Now you claim, or you say you are a transactor, or you're a customer, or you're a client, call it whatever you may want to call it, and the company that is indebted to you, you know the company that you've been calling on for 5 years, to pay you your locked up funds, says that, listen, I have done ABCD, and then this is the last piece. You need to cross this line. And once you cross this line, once you effect my verification, and then it checks out, I'll pay you.
Okay, so
And then you want to call it a scam. You want to call it fraud. You want to call it whatever. It's on you.
so
At the end of the
Nana,
day,
yeah.
once the time elapsed, that's
So
it.
this
Those who make
5,000
it will pay them and then move
so
on.
these 5,000 people that you say that you have paid, did you verify them before paying them?
We're gonna put out a press, and I'm sure tonight, and I'm sure that will speak to it. I thought this was gonna be a very
Yes,
precise, like
sorry. So you
very
you
simple. So I think
Sewa,
so.
I
Yeah,
so
think
that's
that
even,
we want
Nana should
yeah,
go
because I
and
have a lot of
prepare.
calls coming to
Nana,
me.
I'm suggesting Sewa he
so
goes to prepare. Let's meet tomorrow at 1 p.m.
tomorrow
as
at
he's
one
saying.
o'clock.
Because that press statement tonight would even give
We
us
are
more
waiting for
issues
it.
that we can
So
raise.
Nana,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
1 o'clock, right?
So
But Nana, you should also appreciate that it
Vimbas.
is not everybody who is coming to attack you as stealing people's money and all that. Sometimes you see there are over 1,000 people in this space, and it's just
right,
myself and Sewa who have had the opportunity to ask questions. So when I am asking
right.
questions like what every media person would do, I would ask questions that the typical person out there would want asked.
Therefore, NAM1 and I'm obtaining on why he was charging 650 Ghana cedis, and saying also say we clear over 5,000 aggrieved MenzGold customers. In fact, Ghanaians ebu efuno pa enye asem ketu akra. Now to those who managed to buy the 650 coupon now or sell it just to verify if he indeed owes them, no a message by HMO, they will be paid before 2025. So a lot of people will believe he said this is another Ponzi way of stealing people. Just say omo ye MenzGold customers. Omo GD say NAM1 airport tactics or person or sign so area. Any further updates about on this? Yeah, the bebrem Vimba so and we. Yeah, that's CP.
Vimbas TV.